Hello Aries, I hope you are keeping well, my dears. This is your collective love reading. It's going to run from mid-July up until mid-August. Okay, so yeah, remember it's a collective reading. It's not going to fit for everybody, but any messages that do, claim them, drop those that don't. I'm sure you know the drill. Guys, I've been getting pressing messages quite recently about you checking out your North Node sign. That represents your karmic path as such. To find out what your North Node sign is, just pop on over to a star sign calculator and put your particulars. If you're not sure what time you were born, just pop in there 12 o'clock or 6 o'clock, go down to the North Node and see where your North Node was placed in what zodiac sign when you were born, and then have a listen to that zodiac sign if you wish. You may find that that's more fitting for you than what your sun sign is, because your sun sign is not going to fit for you even every month, never mind every week. Okay, so you may find you'll gain more from that particular reading. Just before we go any further, guys, I'm really getting my words tangled up today. I'm very sorry. Just before we go any further, guys, a massive, huge thank you being sent out there. The views went absolutely bonkers last month for Aries. I think we got over 8,000 views, and the likes, it just full on blew me away. I can't thank you enough. It wasn't as well just about the views and about the likes. It was the amount of time, the amount of time people sustained with the video when I got the stats and everything through. So overall, there must have been a great amount of collective energy that was coming through, that was scooped up between myself, everybody that tuned in, and spirit. So yeah, thanks for that. We all worked really well with that. So thank you very much. Sending massive hugs out. Okay, so Hierophant in reverse here, and 5 of Wands. This is what's gone down in the recent past. Remember, guys, recent past, it tends to be 6 weeks, I say, either side of the reading. For some of you, you may have experienced this beginning of June. For others of you, you're not going to reach this until September. We're all on different timelines, but it's about you to try and gauge where you feel you fit within the reading, if you do, and then adjust it accordingly, or adjust the energies if need be. Okay, so the Hierophant in reverse, that's Taurus energy, and we have got quite a bit of earth energy coming into the reading as well, along with quite a bit of fire energy too. My goodness, the cards are jumping out. Now, it doesn't surprise me. I've got like all these cards out here. I can't take all of those cards. It doesn't surprise me because I'm getting my words quite tangled up coming into the reading. So there's quite a wealth of energy coming through. I'm feeling I'm scooping up again, so it'd be interesting to see what the views are going to be like. And I'm being blocked here again. When I'm being blocked, it's not because of what somebody mentioned in my previous comments. It's because of the wealth of energy that's coming through and the amount of downloads. Okay, so just to put that out there. So maybe a little bit hesitant, but in some ways it's working in your favour because there's more messages that are going to come through. Okay, just to get that out of the way. Hierophant, that's in reverse there. It looks like there's been somebody that has possibly offered themselves over to something more committal. Could be that it's a religion. Could be that it's they've upgraded, shall we say, to something more committal as a marriage. It could be they're following some type of spiritual guidance. They may have gone through an awakening, but that's when it's in the upright position. When it's in reverse, it could be that they no longer want to conform. It could be that they are stepping outside of the box a little bit and just don't want to follow the restricted life that they may feel that they have been following. It could also be that they've been getting pressure from outside to not conform, and that's where there's the conflict coming in with that 5 of Wands, but it's in reverse, so there's an avoidance of it there, an avoidance of wanting to be in that conflict. But we'll have a little delve for you. So let's have a look. What have we got? Can you give me strong guidance, please, Spirit, for Aries? Following on from the wealth of energy that we had last month, can you give me strong guidance, please, Aries, on this Hierophant? That's, oh my word, in reverse. I didn't even get a chance. There we have it. 3 of Swords. So there's been some upset here. Now, automatically 3 of Swords, that doesn't link to divorce or third party. It can just mean there is some upset somewhere. It could be that there's some type of depression, disappointment, overwhelm, but it can generally mean, when it's in a love reading, that there has been a third party imposing within the relationship. Remember guys, a third party doesn't need to be a person. It could be a person, place or thing. It can be an addiction, can be a person, a family member as such. It can be an overbearing job. It can be a religion that the other person that you're with, they're not quite following as heavily as one of the other parties is. But we'll see what we can get with that. Oh my word. And there we have as well, which isn't surprising, the Seven of Swords there as well, Aquarius energy. So first thing I am getting is that there's been some type of sneaking round here, or there's been a wanting of progress, but there's been a withholding of some type of communication or some type of thoughts. Maybe not wanting to acknowledge, because these two thoughts, or the two swords, sorry, are in the background. Maybe because they know there's going to be some upset, they can't disclose it, possibly to the other partner or to whatever it is that they feel they may come into conflict with. So they're keeping it within as of this moment. But I feel the upset is already there. They're just continuing with it. Because of this Three of Swords that's coming through, I really need to put those that way around. And they're sneaking round now. This party, they're sneaking round, coming off the tail end of this upset. The Hierophant, yeah, it can be seen as a teacher, a religious figure, a counsellor, something like that. An end to counselling, because it wasn't going in the direction you wanted it to. But there's some dishonesty here somewhere. There's a wanting to progress, but it's not all fully above board. And you can see the gentleman there in the Seven of Swords card. He's looking back, yes, towards the two swords that have not been taken with him, because to represent he's not being completely honest. But if he was to look as well, he's also looking back towards that Five of Wands that's on the other side. The avoidance of the conflict. There's not wanting to put any more energy into this. You could call it conflict, but when the card's in the upright, you can also see it as brainstorming. And that there's some type of resolve there, or there's some type of motivation. It doesn't always have a completely negative vibe to it, but there's a lack of motivation or oomph wanting to be put into that situation. There's an avoidance of it, an avoidance of investment of time or clarity or communication between one party and another. Okay, what do we have on this Five of Wands, please, Spirit? That is in reverse. Here we have it. Feeling there's someone else wanting to give it another go. Judgment card, yeah, it can be about a second wind as such, but it's on a spiritual level, and I'm feeling linked with that Hierophant card that's in reverse. There's a marriage here. There's someone wanting to give a marriage another go, or at least a relationship another go, where one of the parties feel it's of maritable or there's one party here that feels it's of more, there's more there spiritually. Then the card at the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords, Gemini energy. Can be seen as a self-imposed prison. Can be seen as somebody as well that just wants to be left with their thoughts as of this moment, or just to be left to process something before they go into those thoughts. There's something that's there that they don't want to deal with as of this moment. Yeah, you can say self-imposed, but also as well, they just might not be there yet. They're not putting themselves as an avoidance. The place that they are at within their mind, they're just not at that point as ready to deal with it. It's not an avoidance. They're just not ready. Okay? Alternatively, there's been a relationship here, third-party relationship, and a stepping out on a long-term connection, possibly a marriage, doesn't have to be, but it's a long-term connection. It's been fully committed. Could have a lot of assets together, possibly even children. There's been sneaking around that's been involved, or some type of upset because one of the parties has wanted something more committal. There's been a recognising of a spiritual vibe between two of the parties, possibly out of the three that's been there, and maybe one of them just hasn't won it. That's why that avoidance has been there. That avoidance, there's a lack of wanting to put motivation into something. Maybe the needs have been met, and it's about going separate ways now. And they've withdrawn. The party that didn't want the same, the party that didn't want to invest, didn't feel motivated or enthusiastic, has withdrawn. They just don't even want to look or see the situation, and have made it seem like they've got bigger things to be dealing with on their mind. Looking at the bottom of the deck as well, there's a devil energy that's there, Capricorn energy. I'm not going to take the card, but there is a strong earth vibe as well coming into this reading. There's definitely been some type of dishonest behaviour here somewhere. Okay, so how your party, whoever it is you've been investing your thoughts into, how they're coming into the reading as of this moment. Now guys, I'm just putting it out there. Before I even started the reading and I was weighing the energy up, I was noticing the energy that I felt coming through. It felt quite upbeat. It felt quite motivated. Very different from the energy that was in that Five of Wands that's in reverse. It felt like it had shifted from one place to the other. I'm feeling there's a revisiting here. There may not be, but there could possibly be a revisiting now of the other party. There could be a shift in maybe the one that was enthusiastic in the first place has now withdrawn, and then the one who wasn't enthusiastic is now coming back. It wouldn't surprise me if there's a twin flame connection here, but it's just the energy that I'm getting through as of this moment. It may be wrong, but there's possibly some of you out there that are in that type of dynamic because of the wealth of views that the energy got. The video got, I'm sorry. Okay, so 8 of Pentacles, that's here. Virgo energy. I feel this is the energy that your party put themselves into to make it seem like they were distracted with something else, possibly to avoid becoming more committal, maybe with you in the recent past. They have bigger things on the mind. Now this can have an obsessive flair to it, and that may be why that Devil card was on the bottom. The Devil card isn't just about toxic behaviours, it's about getting something in your mind and just not being able to let it go. It's that Nine of Swords, but worse. That Nine of Swords energy, but worse. It's on repeat, but it's whilst it's pleasant, it's also a bit destructive as well. What else have we got, please, Spirit? Can you give me strong guidance of what else we've got for Aries on this 8 of Pentacles energy? The High Priestess in reverse. Possibly a Pisces who maybe doesn't want to keep quiet anymore. Really getting a strong vibe that they was the one that was linked to that 8 of Swords, that self-imposed prison, the one that just didn't want to go there. And at the bottom of the deck, yeah, they just wanted to concentrate on themselves. More Pisces energy. Might be that they were being selfish, might be that there was quite a smug type energy, or they were just overindulging in other things. I'm not saying that's how you are if the Nine of Cups comes out. It's just the vibe that I'm getting at the moment. Maybe a bachelor type energy, that's what I'm hearing. But also as well, somebody that was just very career driven. They didn't have the time, or didn't want to have the time, or want to make the time to invest into this connection. Yeah, and they didn't want to surrender. More fire energy and work towards making it into something more successful with you. This Six of Wands as well is Leo energy. There's a strong Leo vibe coming through within this reading. It's also about appearing one way to the outside, but behind the scenes you're not actually like that. And what else have we got on this Leo energy, please, Spirit? What else have we got on this Leo energy? I'm hearing there may have been a Leo here that had offered something and it was quite, they felt unsuccessful. It was a disappointment for them. King of Swords there. Generally Gemini, Taurus energy, but there was some impulsiveness. May have been an argument, or it could have been impulsive behaviour between both of them where it wasn't able to reach a point of success. It was all about the action, and maybe there wasn't much emotion there. I'm not getting a huge amount of emotion, but I'm getting a whopping amount of passion here, especially with that Strength card. We've got Aries in the King of Pentacles, which is at the bottom. We've got Leo energy at the back, Sagittarius energy. And we've got Leo energy of how the party's coming into the reading as well. Okay, so what have we got with this Hermit energy, please, Spirit, of how they feel towards Aries as of this moment? How does Aries party? Can you give me strong guidance of how they feel towards Aries, please, Spirit? Maybe that they've got Virgo in their chart. But there they have the Six of Cups that's in reverse. There's been a definite withdrawal here, quite a distinct cutting off, I feel. Could be that they've returned back to a soulmate, or they're really going within. The Six of Cups. There's been a type of shift here. Maybe one of the parties has gone back to another party, and it doesn't appear from the outside that it's the best decision. Yeah, and they're moving forward with them, or they've moved forward with them. They're wanting to move forward, to which can appear towards success from the outside. But it's having to be worked on. But there's a wanting of more within the relationship. It's not, I just want the Eight of Cups now. I'm not, some people are happy with the Eight of Cups, and that's okay. The complacency. But with others, they just want more. There's more to it than that. They want the Ten of Cups, and that's okay as well. But to get this Ten of Cups, it's about walking away from the Eight. It's about saying you can't have both. Sorry guys, would you believe I got a delivery? Sorry about that. Yeah, it's about saying you can't have both. But someone's making a conscious decision here. Someone's making a decision to take action, to move forward, whether it's just with themselves. And I feel it's created distance. It's created distance possibly between the both of you. And there we have the King of Swords. The emotions have been pushed to the side. I felt that. I feel like there's not a huge amount of emotion that's within this reading. And then at the bottom of the deck, there we have the Four of Pentacles. That Four of Pentacles can represent frugality. But it can also mean withholding of feelings as well. Pentacles doesn't always represent the feelings, but in some cases this card, it can. Coming off the back of that King of Swords as well, it can mean there's a holding back there. There's a holding back of that emotion. There's a guarding of that heart chakra, and keeping themselves grounded, keeping the feet grounded on the floor to help them move on. Hopefully with you, that I'm getting. For some of you at least. Okay, what have we got on this King of Pentacles then to tell me to change deck? Just bear with me a moment, guys. What strong guidance can you give me, please, Spirit, on this King of Pentacles? Strong guidance. Now, the place this is within the deck or within the spread, this is what's going on within your party's environment as of this moment that apparently you're not aware of. So there's a King of Pentacles here, typically Aries, Taurus energy. As you well know, it doesn't have to be. And if it's not a person, then it's a situation that seems to be quite balanced at the moment. Seems to be quite fair. Looks like it's going to be a long-term investment, a good investment. And yeah, at times it will need working on, but it'll get a good return. It's very family orientated. And there's a Queen of Pentacles there. When there's a King and a Queen of Pentacles, it represents the ideal couple out of all the Kings and the Queens. Because even when there's the challenges, there's a willingness to invest and not expect the results straight away. Like when you're growing things in a garden, it's not just going to happen overnight. It can take years to establish, and things are happening in the soil where we can't see it. It's an earthly energy, it's a grounded energy, it's a very nurturing energy, and it is about the long-term goals and the returns. And they're working on it together in union. What else can you give me, please, Spirit? I feel like there's a relationship here, a King and a Queen of Pentacles, that maybe wasn't seen eye to eye, and there's now a revisiting. There's now a revisiting of their relationship, or it's got back into good territory again. Or there was a third party that caused upset between them, or there's a third party coming in between this King and Queen of Pentacles who's going to be let down. And that may be you, Aries. You're apparently just not aware of it yet. But someone's needing to defend themselves, and they've worked hard to get to that point, to get to that energy, that Seven of Wands energy. Now, I don't know whether that defense is going to be towards the partner that they're with or towards the partner that they're investing in. Let's see, who's this Seven of Wands energy? Seven of Wands, sorry. Who's this Seven of Wands energy towards, please, Spirit? The Seven of Wands energy towards. Give me strong guidance, please, Spirit. The Eight. There's a strong fire sign within this reading. It's somebody that wants to progress with them. I feel one of the parties, whoever it is that's been stepping outside of their relationship, may have given somebody else the impression, the third party, the relationship's going to go further. That might be why that Hierophant is there for some of you. And there's a realisation it isn't, and it's caused the upset. And that's why that Three of Swords has come in. Because there's not been complete honesty here with that Seven of Swords. Because within the Five of Swords, within the communication and within the thoughts, they may have been telling you one thing, but what they've not been completely telling you is that they've got no intentions of leaving the partner anyway. I feel there's a King and Queen of Pentacles that's moving forward here, moving past their difficulties, where it's been a challenge, it's been difficult, possibly for both of them. That Seven of Wands may not just be for one of the parties, that may be for both of them. They've worked hard to get to that place, and there's communication here now. There's forward movement on from the conflict, from where it felt like it was an empty victory. I'm feeling in the past it was as if they was both out to ruin each other. Whoever was involved within this connection, this King and Queen of Pentacles, they were out to really ruin each other, yeah, and cause a Tower moment, would you believe? But this is what's going on. There's a Tower moment here as well, because there's an establishment set up, and either a king or queen, established relationship set up, and either a king or queen is going to have to step out to the third party and tell them it's not going to go in the direction they want it to. There's a person here that wants the best of both worlds, shall we say. And they know with this Five of Wands energy, this is about, well, I can't have what I want to have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop, because I'm going to lose. I'm going to make you lose as well. It's that type of energy, because they don't want to see the other person win. It's empty victory, and it's going to cause a tower moment. It's as if they're involved with somebody, a third-party connection, and they're going to break possibly your heart, Aries. But they're not going to want to see you move on either. What's this Tower card? What have we got with this Tower card, please, Spirit? What's this Tower card about? Can you give me strong guidance or strong indication of what's going to happen with this Tower card? Telling me to go from the middle. And again, I feel they're going to play games and not be completely upfront with you. You're getting the duplicate cards here again. I know you're not getting the Hierophant, but you're getting this King and Queen, which can be representing this connection. It wasn't quite coming together. And then you've got the Three of Swords there, which is there. You've got the conflict caught up in it. You've got the defensiveness. You've got somebody setting out to ruin both parties here. It could be that there's two people who've been having an affair, and then the other party who's been in the marriage is now not only setting out to ruin the party they've been in a relationship with, but to also ruin the party who they've been having an affair with. I'm getting a vibe it's this Queen of Pentacles that may have found something out. Sagittarius, Capricorn energy. Possibly this King of Pentacles and a fire sign, maybe a Leo. I've been engaging, shall we say. And the Queen of Pentacles is set out not only to ruin the King of Pentacles, but also to take the other party down with her, the one they've been having an affair with. But it's being calculated here. It's being kept quiet. Okay, so what do we have, please, Spirit? What do we have with this Strength card? Now, the Strength card that we've got here, and I'm just hearing now, you need to be careful. Act cautiously. The position this Strength card is in within the deck, this is what your party would like from the connection with you, Aries, as of this moment, okay? So there's a union here, there's a bond, there's an ability for this spiritual lady here to be able to tame this lion regardless of how strong and protective he is. Also as well, this lion is willing and trusting enough to be tamed by this lady. He doesn't feel a threat in any way or of need to attack her or overpower her. It's generally Leo energy, but it's a major arcana card here, so there's going to be a massive shift. But there's someone here wanting to be hopeful. There's someone wanting to work in duality, to work on something for the long term. There's that affinity sign that's above the lady's head. What have we got? What strong guidance have we got on this Strength card? But there's a withdrawal. There's emotions. There is somebody that is now not willing to go into those emotions. They will not go there. Because of another connection that they're in. Four of Wands. That can usually be my twin flame card. There's a fear here. There's a fear that somebody has met you, Aries, and you are their twin flame. Now, the twin flame connection, it isn't an easy dynamic to be involved in because there's a runner and a chaser energy, and often when you're within close proximity with each other, you can trigger things within each other, and there's a deep processing that goes on. We do have the Hermit card here, a very strong spiritual vibe here, and you can offer trigger awakenings within each other. and at different rates. We've got the Tower card here. And we also as well have cards here that are representing moving on, but also it not being at times successful. And that's how the twin flame connection can be. I mean, you could go on all day, the twin flame connection. You could go on for days and weeks. I'll leave that down if you feel that may fit for you to go and research yourself. But you can even be triggering each other and be connected to each other on such a spiritual level. You can telepathically be involved with each other as well, triggering each other, triggering those awarenesses within each other, the shifts in consciousness. And there's somebody that whenever they're involved with you, they're triggered because of this combined energy that you have between you. But it's a spiritual energy that a spiritual contract that you have, apparently, if you believe in it, agreed to. And it's about trying to cut that. Okay, so what have we got with this Four of Wands energy then, please, Spirit? What have we got with this Four of Wands energy of how Aries party, what they want from the connection as of this moment? They don't want to go there with regards to the connection. They know there's something there, but they don't want to go there. They're being triggered. And they're leaving it down to divine timing. They know there's more there than just your typical relationship. And it's of a burden to them at the minute. It's overwhelming. It's too much for them to take. They can't go there. They can't. And they're needing guidance with it. They might be reaching out to somebody. They may be trying to get guidance from somewhere. That might be why that Hierophant at the beginning is in reverse, because they're looking for that guidance because of the triggers that's being caused within them. They don't know where to go with it. They don't know where to place this overwhelm from the triggers. And it's causing them to act impulsively. Feel at times, even though the Knight of Swords is very thorough, very strategic, somebody you could send in, get the task done and come back out. It can also have a flair of, remember, not gender specific, even though they can create that transition, that movement, that forward or the travel. There's an impulsivity to it as well, but there's a trying to get towards a goal. They're acting very eagerly, quite scared, I feel, in some ways, of trying to get to something because they're avoiding a particular issue with you, because they're being put in positions emotionally that is of overwhelm for them. What have we got then, Spirit? What do we have with this Knight of Cups energy? Yeah, and then there we have you at the bottom of the deck, standing loud and proud there, Aries, alongside the Fool energy, possibly wanting that new beginning, if that's the energy that you're in. So the Knight of Cups energy that's here, that's coming from a different deck. This is coming from the Influence of the Angels deck. And this is angelic guidance, shall we say. The guidance Spirit is giving you. And this is about embracing the feelings that you're in within this moment with passion. And just to take... it's about taking care not to overwhelm yourself within a particular situation. Just to take it steadily and acknowledging those emotions along the way and giving yourself the time, the space, and putting yourself in the right place to deal with them, with the emotions that are coming, and at your own rate, but also reaching out to those, or trying to find a place to reach out to gain clarity. I feel spiritual awakening for some of you, or looking up the, would you call them, symptoms of a spiritual awakening, the processes, shall we say, will be a good place to start, possibly on YouTube, and just seeing what guidance you can get from that moving forward. I'll just pull you an extra card on this just to get a little extra something. What else can you give us, please, Spirit, on this Knight of Cups for guidance for Aries? My goodness, this has really been something. Wowza, I don't really seeing that go past the screen. Oh, they've given me 2 cards there. 7 of Cups. That's about overwhelm. That's about having a lot on your mind at the moment. And then underneath it is the 4 of Swords. It's about meditation, withdrawal, putting yourself in a place of harmony, giving yourself the time, the space, not leading yourself down the road of exhaustion, and allowing yourself to process. It's like a more dilute version of the Hermit energy. It's just giving yourself that moment to process everything that's going on, especially if you are a believer in the twin flame connection, and if you feel you're being triggered by this twin flame that you may be involved in or with. Wish you all the luck with this, Virgo. Oh my God, Virgo, what am I on about Virgo? That's the Hermit energy. Yeah, that's the Hermit energy. Wish you all the luck with this, Aries. Sending massive hugs your way. It's not an easy one, I can assure you of that. And look forward to catching up with you middle of August. Over and out. Bye.